top 10 remarkable classic adult actresses debuted in 1970s still alive. Serena Blaquelord, born Serena Robinson, was an American former actress, model, painter, writer, and poet who became one of the pioneering stars of the golden age of adult cinema. Also credited simply as Serena, she began her career in the mid-1970s, appearing in more than 110 productions through 1988. She also modeled for leading magazines including Hustler, High Society, and Gallery. In the late 1970s, she was the longtime partner of legendary performer Jamie Gillis, and the pair appeared together in several well-known productions. Her lasting influence was recognized with induction into AVN Hall of Fame 2019 and XRCO Hall of Fame as a film pioneer. After retiring, Serena settled in the San Francisco Bay Area, where she became an erotic painter, poet, textile artist, and author, publishing her memoir Bright Lights, Lonely Nights, and continuing her artistic career. Desiree Cousteau, born Deborah Clearbranch on the 1st of January 1956 in Savannah, Georgia, was an American former actress, model, and psychologist who became one of the defining stars of the golden age of adult cinema. After an early appearance in the mainstream film Caged Heat, 1974, she entered the entertainment industry in 1978 and rose to international fame with Pretty Peaches, earning the 1979 AFAA Best Actress Award. She also appeared in Penthouse, Hustler, and High Society, and toured extensively with a successful one-woman stage show, performing at venues across the United States while making television appearances to promote her live performances. After retiring from entertainment in the early 1980s, Cousteau returned to Georgia, earned qualifications as a psychologist, and pursued a career in mental health from 2001. Georgina Spelvin, born Shelley Bob Graham on the 1st of March 1936 in Houston, Texas, was an American former actress, dancer, costume designer, and author. She began acting with the softcore film The Twilight Girls, 1957, and later appeared in several films before entering film industry after being introduced to director Gerard Damiano by actor Mark Stevens. Her breakthrough came with The Devil and Miss Jones, 1973, which made her one of the most celebrated stars of the Golden Age. She later appeared in more than 70 productions before retiring in 1982. Her honors include multiple AFAA Best Actress Awards, the XRCO Lifetime Achievement Award, and the Free Speech Coalition Lifetime Achievement Award. After retiring, she appeared in mainstream films and television, worked for the Los Angeles Times until 2004, published her autobiography, The Devil Made Me Do It, in 2008, and later appeared in documentaries, music videos, and television specials celebrating her. Seka, born Dorothea Ivania Hundley on the 15th of April 1954 in Radford, Virginia, was an American actress, writer, and entrepreneur widely known as the Platinum Princess. After winning beauty pageants at Hopewell High School in Virginia, she worked for Reynolds Metals Company before entering the industry in the late 1970s. She quickly became one of the era's biggest stars and later expanded into writing, directing, and producing. Her achievements include induction into the AVN, XRCO, Urban X Hall of Fame, and the Free Speech Coalition Lifetime Achievement Award. She retired from full-time performing in 1992 because of what she saw as the film industry's poor response to the AIDS epidemic. After that, Seka hosted the Chicago radio show, authored her autobiography, Inside Seka, toured as a featured entertainer, and made occasional return appearances. She has also appeared on mainstream television, documentaries, and fan conventions. Annette Haven, born Annette Robinson on the 1st of December 1954 in Las Vegas, Nevada, was an American former actress, model, and dancer who became one of the defining stars of the golden age of adult cinema. Before entering the industry in 1973, she worked as a nurse's aide, massage therapist, and exotic dancer in the San Francisco Bay Area. Selective about her roles, she earned a reputation for strong acting performances and refused to appear in scenes involving violence or degradation. Her achievements include the 1978 AFAA Best Supporting Actress Award for A Coming of Angels. She also made mainstream appearances in 1979, and served as a consultant for Body Double 1984. After retiring in the late 1980s, Haven largely stepped away from public life, making only occasional special appearances. active on social media, and remaining one of the most respected and influential actresses of her era. Susan Nero, born the 3rd of February 1959 in Boston, Massachusetts, was an American former actress and glamour model who became a recognizable star during the golden age of adult cinema. Raised in a strict middle-class family, she was active in sports and served as a varsity cheerleader in high school. After moving to the San Francisco Bay Area in 1976, she began her entertainment career as a dancer before making her screen debut in the late 1970s. Beyond her film work, Susan appeared in and was interviewed by magazines including Gent, Adam Choice, Cinema X Review, and Adult Cinema Review. After retiring from the entertainment industry in the mid-1990s, she moved to Florida and went on to work as a phlebotomist, medical assistant at a rheumatologist's office. Sharon Kane, born Sharon Louise Kane on the 24th of February 1956 in Ohio, was an American former actress, director, composer. After moving to San Francisco, she worked at director Alex de Renzi's theater before making her film debut in Pretty Peaches, 1978. She built a remarkable career as both a performer and filmmaker, later directing numerous productions and composing music for several films. Her achievements include the 1990 AVN Best Actress Award, AVN Best Couples Scene Award, XRCO Best Actress Award, and the Free Speech Coalition Lifetime Achievement Award. After retiring, Kane worked behind the scenes as a director, production manager, art director, composer, and production assistant, remaining an influential figure in the industry. She now resides in a remote, rural area, enjoying a quiet and private life. Jesie St. James, born the 30th of November 1953 in California, was an American former actress who became one of the most respected performers of the golden age of adult cinema. She made her screen debut in 1975 and began working full-time in 1979, earning acclaim for portraying mature, sophisticated characters. Her best-known films include Insatiable, 1980, and Easy, 1978. Director Curtis Stevens originally wanted her for the lead role in Taboo, 1980, but she declined, and the part went to Kay Parker. Jesie also appeared in pictorials for Hustler and Swank magazines. Her accomplishments include induction into the AVN Hall of Fame and AFAA Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress in Oriental Hawaii. After retiring in 1984, she stepped away from the entertainment industry and has maintained a private life. Marlene Willoughby, born the 17th of May, 1948, in Detroit, Michigan, was an American former actress, model, and stage performer who became one of the notable stars of the golden age of adult cinema. Of Polish and Italian descent, she began her career in off-Broadway theater before appearing in mainstream films and transitioning into the adult film industry in the mid-1970s. She also modeled for Penthouse, wrote columns for High Society and Velvet, toured as a burlesque dancer, and was an outspoken advocate for performers' rights. After retiring in 1985, Willoughby made occasional mainstream appearances, including Married to the Mob, 1988, and has since maintained a private life. Annie Sprinkle, born Ellen F. Steinberg on the 23rd of July, 1954, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was an American former actress, filmmaker, performance artist, and author. She began her screen career in 1975 after working with director Gerard Damiano and later became a leading figure in feminist and sex-positive media, appearing in nearly 200 productions while also directing and producing her own educational films. After retiring from performing, Sprinkle earned a PhD in human sexuality, became a respected lecturer, author, and advocate for education. Together with her wife, Beth Stevens, she pioneered the ecosexual movement, produced documentaries, created performance art, and continues to teach, write, and promote environmental activism through art and education.